drink. The show you're about to watch might just stink. To turn off a show is a crime because it's action time.
It's action time. It's action time.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of It's Action Time.
Metal Edition.
Metal! Yeah, this week we're going to be talking to you about, and I'm not kidding, Anthrax. Not the disease.
Not the disease.
The band. These guys.
We're going from the West Coast
all the way
East
across
Coast.
the country.
To New York.
New York City!
New York City, that's where Anthrax is.
I thought that was D.C.
So anyway,
Yeah!
that's all we got. No, they were
that's what my
they were one of the
Yeah, that's what his notes say over there.
they were lumped in with a lot of the hardcore bands during the early 80s,
Oh, absolutely.
and they were lumped in with another band that I believe should be in the Big Four, Overkill, but they didn't make it for some reason.
Yeah.
But I
It's
mean,
Overkill.
they went through some lineup changes.
They did.
That's right.
Like you said.
And actually, they took one of their guitarists from Overkill, which was a, I guess, semi-interesting fact if you know about them.
Fun fact.
Fun fact. And originally, they were their singer was, he wasn't as operatic as their current one,
Yeah.
Joey Belladonna. They ended up just making one album with him.
It was their
And
second album, wasn't it?
no, they had one album with him, and then they called Fistful of Metal, actually. Metal! Which came with their classic Metal Thrashing Mad,
Yeah.
which they still play to this day.
That's a good tune.
Yep, they ended up getting Joey through, I can't remember what other band he was in. But
Comments. Leave it in the comments.
Yeah,
Leave it
put
in the comments,
quick.
if you know, tell me. But yeah, he was then the classic Anthrax lineup, was formed. And Anthrax, they were one of the first bands to incorporate hip hop into their music,
Yes.
because they grew up around that scene.
A lot of the people that they dealt with were still in the hip hop scene at that point.
Yeah, like Public Enemy, like Run DMC.
Yeah.
All those Brooklyn hip hop groups. So they came out with the "I'm the Man" EP.
Yes. One of the one of my personal favorites.
Yep. And I think that influenced a lot of other groups to implement more stuff into hip hop elements into their music. So yeah, Limp Bizkit wasn't the originator, people.
No, I'm sorry to say.
No, I'm sorry, they were not the original band. And even still, there was a band before them called Mordred that had a DJ in their band. So yeah, screw you.
Sorry, Fred.
He knows more than I do.
Yeah.
No, I always dug Anthrax because they had the double bass that just really kind of drilled into your eardrums if you were bopping down the street or something. It had your Walkman going and cranked up to 11. That double bass just go. It was awesome, and then Ian's music and the guitars to go along with it. It just invoked that kind of that feeling of I am powerful and I am great and cool and a lot of my buddies weren't really listening to Anthrax at that point. They were more into Ozzy and
Anthrax was skater music, pretty much.
Yeah, a lot.
They were thrashers.
Absolutely
and
thrashers.
thrash metal.
Yeah, which is they were kind of the pioneers of that whole thrash metal thing, and it was I think it was personal belief. It was absolutely because of those lyrics, his voice. For absolutely, the guitar playing and that double bass that they really kind of kicked it with, and then later on, well, I don't want to say later on because I'm going to get destroyed in the comments, but the incorporation of the hip hop elements into their whole sound was really, really so much fun to listen to.
Fun fact. Marilyn Manson was actually influenced by Anthrax. The Beautiful People, the drum track in that, which I don't know if everyone remembers, it's a little different. That was inspired by an Anthrax song that had a very similar pattern to it.
And another fun fact: the drummer Charlie Benante is actually the bass player Frank Bellows' uncle. Yep. Let that sink in.
Yeah. That's awesome. I had no idea. No idea.
Yeah.
And
completely clueless on that.
Another fun fact for those Anthrax fans. There is a Married with Children episode with
classic
Anthrax on it. One of my favorite Married with Children episodes. I'll give you a little rundown. So it's either Bud or Kelly that win a radio contest to have Anthrax come play at your home. So
it's probably Kelly.
They win. The band shows up, but there's a bad snowstorm. There's a blizzard, so no one else can make it, and they're kind of like stuck inside. And the band's just sitting there all bored. Of course, they're all hitting on Kelly.
Who would?
Then they're all like, "Man, I'm hungry. Is there anything to eat here?" Bud and Kelly just laugh. They go over to the fridge, and one of the guys is like, "Hey, there's what's here? What's in? I found some food."
Oh, that's the mystery pack.
It's the mystery pack. It's just like wrapped in foil, right? And then you're like, "Oh, don't eat that." The guy starts eating it, and he's just like, "Wow, I can hear the colors."
Apparently, it was the LSD mystery meat.
That's right.
Good old classic Married with Children. There, that was
I love
cool
that show. That was a good show.
Was on the show.
Yeah, they're good. They're a good bunch of guys. Even though they have that sound of like they're gonna beat your brains in through your headphones, they really are a good bunch of dudes.
And that was actually like the first like real heavy band I heard.
Yeah.
And I remember popping in my brother's Anthrax State of Euphoria tape and scaring the crap out of myself.
Whoa!
Because at the beginning of that album, it's just like violins, like, and then it kicks in, and I'm like, ah!
You're like, ah! Wait, it's cool. Ow!
Yeah, I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah,
this might be better.
Hey, do you guys have any stories about Anthrax? Some constant bombardment that you like to enjoy? Throw them down in the comments down below. Like and subscribe.
If you've ever listened to Anthrax on an Amtrak?
Hey, who would? Because wouldn't that be like quadruple time
on an
or something?
8-track,
I don't know.
on an Amtrak.
On an 8-track?
On an 8-track?
On an Amtrak, listening to Anthrax.
Smoking crack.
I love it. All right, guys. We will see you next time when we talk about glam.
Glamour.
LAC
Glamour
style.
shots.
Bye for now. See you next week.
Later.